Hello, how's it going, parents? My name's Matt, and my wife and I steward the hearts of three beautiful kids. And so, this message is for parents. This message is for parents who are feeling discouraged with all the things happening in this world, with the agenda that is trying to be imposed upon the hearts of our young, beautiful minds, our impressionable minds, and that want to feel and want to take back a sense of ownership that the world is trying to remove from them. Because the Lord did give us our children's hearts to steward in this season. And I do know one thing for sure, that the Lord did not give us a spirit of fear, but a spirit of love, sound mind, and courage in this season. And so I hope this message encourages you to take action and be bold and to take ownership of every aspect of parenting in this season, because you are called to be a parent. And so the Bible verse that I took encouragement from in this season is this one. So I'm going to share it for you from Esther chapter 14. Here goes. If you remain silent at this time, relief and deliverance for the Jews will arise from another place, but you and your father's family will perish. And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this. Now, there is a lot to unpack there, and I'm going to do my best to do it in as concise a time as possible. But there is something that I want to just mention from the get-go. It said, if you don't do what the Lord has called you to do, your family will perish, right? And so if you don't steward your kids' hearts, there's a level of spiritual death that takes place. But the Lord can do amazing things. He can bring things back to life. He did so many amazing miracles. So who am I to say he can't do anything amazing if you're feeling like you've lost all hope of shepherding your kids or bringing your kids into, some Christian values, or imposing upon them, impressing upon their hearts these Christian values. But what this Bible verse says is that if we don't do it, there will be death, right? But at the same time, it encourages me because it calls me to action. It says, we are called for such a time as this. For such a time as this, I've called to be a parent. I have three kids, and my kids are called to be kids in this season. Now, I want to give them the most wisdom and the most authority to be bold kids in this season. So the best way I can do that is share with them my faith and what I've gone through and what I'm learning, and share with them and bring together as many resources to help them learn about God, to help them learn how to share the word of God, to help them learn how to be lights in this dark world, because we're called to be in this world, not of the world, right? So for such a time as this, you've called to be a parent, and I've been called to be a parent. My wife has been called to be a parent. And I want to encourage you, don't feel discouraged. You have the book of ultimate wisdom at your disposal. So feel encouraged that you have that. And there are so many resources out there to be encouraged and to put information in your hands to parent your kids and to be bold. Don't let the world tell you you can't do something. And I know that sounds just awkward just saying that, but I know there are a lot of parents feeling a little helpless, like, what are we to do, right? What are we to do when other parents are imposing upon their kids these what I would call incorrect ideas, morals that are just off the rails and are baseless. And our faith right now is the easiest to attack. Being a Christian right now, it's the easiest group of people in this world to attack. And sadly, we're not being bold enough in the United States specifically, right? So there is a mission field here in America. And I believe my mission field right now is my kids' hearts, and shepherding their hearts and being a parent for them, being a loving father, and my wife being a loving mother and shepherding their hearts. That currently right now is my mission field. And I'm doing everything within my power to seek the Lord and all those things, to be bold and not just go belly up or just, raise my hands in a posture of surrender to the world, because the only person that I've surrendered to is Jesus Christ. And he, again, has empowered me to be bold in my faith, to share that with my kids first, and they can then be young Christians that grow up in this world. Because again, guys, there's going to be an agenda that it gets imposed upon their kids. If you're not sharing your faith in the most loving and gentle and approachable way possible, again, there are so many resources out there. If you would love for me to share that maybe in another video, I'd be happy to. Just let me know in the comments. So to make a long message as concise as possible, I'll just wrap it up by saying, be encouraged, guys. You are a parent called for a purpose today to shepherd the hearts of your young, beautiful minds. So feel encouraged. And Lord, I just pray a spirit of boldness on the parents who are listening to this. I hope it encourages them. And I hope they found a message of encouragement here, that they go out and continue to be bold in this world, to encourage their kids to be loving lights of Christ in this crazy, dark world.